Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 22 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. We are back again for another episode. It's episode 71, and in today's episode we are going to be completing a striker, and it's going to be the man, the myth, the legend, Victor OSIMHENS. Of course, we had his cheeky little inform a couple probably months ago now actually, because obviously we completed the player in a month Koulibaly and we needed a link to him, so we went and got this man, and he was absolutely insane for us until we sold him. So now obviously seeing this card, seeing the group stage item, obviously looks quite decent with the 94 pace, 86 shooting. You know he's going to be quite clinical, quite fast as well. And to say he's quite tall, he's looking quite decent, as well as the 87 physical. He's going to be able to hold off quite a lot of defenders, and 82 dribbling as well. So looking at sort of what you have to do, you have to win like 4 games. You have to score in 6 or 7 separate games with a Serie A striker or something. You have to score a couple of goals and get 2 crosses in any sort of game, if that makes sense. So this is the team that we're going to use for it. You need a maximum of 77 rated, so we've got a 177 there. As you can see, we're using the red Lozano that we've got from our red picks quite a few sort of weeks ago now, actually probably months, and we're also getting ourselves Lautaro Martinez up front, being obviously the 7-game loan. We're using him, which is a little bit sweaty using a loan, but obviously it's only Lautaro Martinez. He's probably worth like 10k. If we needed, we'd have bought him, but we're not going to go and spend the 10k when we've got him in our club. So as you can see, we get the first win there very, very quickly. We got a cheeky chip there by Victor OSIMHENS, who obviously you need to score with strikers. That's important. I believe it was like 3 or 4 different goals that you had to score with strikers, and we're just going to move on into the second game, and this is that. I mean, what is this team? I don't really understand it. It's got the 77 rating, but I mean, it's literally not going to count to anything, I don't think. I don't know what he's doing it for. It doesn't make any sense, but we are going to push through literally straight away with Lautaro Martinez. What can he do? He's going to whip it back post. We've got the first cross. That is fantastic. Honestly, it's quite difficult to score corners on this game. It's generally very underrated to score them, and we do go 2-0 up as well inside 24 minutes with this time Lautaro Martinez. He actually showed his worth. He was quite decent. If he gets a decent special card this year, might go and pick him up, especially if we've got this OSIMHENS. We might change the team up a little bit. Obviously, we have got Mbappe and primarily, I can't even speak. I basically want to keep him up front. Obviously, we have got Salah as well, so one of them who would have to go out wide, it would probably be Martinez. If we could move to a 4-2-3-1, to be fair, play him at cam, but we'll just have to see. So anyway, we do go and get the second cross as well. This time it's OSIMHENS to head home, which is very nice, obviously showing his worth in the air, and obviously that's only his normal card, so hopefully his big obviously upgrade can do that as well, maybe score some even more difficult headers. So we do go 2-0 up there. As you can see, a beautiful piece of skill by Lozano, just to sort of dribble around all the players there, keeping it close to his feet, and as you can see, we have 47 minutes into this game, so we haven't got a quit yet. Can we make it 3-0, maybe get a quit? Well, we do make it 3-0 eventually after it falls to Victor OSIMHENS, and he's just going to prod it home to make it 3-0, but we're just not getting a quit in this game. I think he wanted to stay in, obviously, to just get the game done, but it makes more sense to quit because you get the games done quicker. Even if you're terrible at the game, you will find someone at your level and you will get a quit eventually, which obviously it just makes more sense. Obviously the better players can get quits easier, and obviously it's just going to save a lot of people more time, because obviously the harder players will finish the objective earlier, so then obviously you can obviously play the worse players, and then you should have more of a chance. So anyway, we're going to move on once again, and in this game, should I say, we score pretty much straight off the bat. It's Victor OSIMHENS again, and this time we finally get a rage quit very early on. That's all what you want. You need the rage quits very, very early on, because obviously it helps everyone, not just you, but obviously the person that's quitting as well, because they can obviously move on into their next game and then hopefully get the win that they need. So as you can see, he finally quits eventually, after these very long seconds. I don't know why it took him so long to quit. I don't know what he was thinking, or did he quit? Yeah, he did quit. That may be a question then, but yeah, he finally does quit, and we're just going to obviously now move on into the next game. And what is that team going to be? Well, it's this. As you can see, he's got Politano up front. That is actually quite a nice link to OSIMHENS. It's sort of the similar card type. That would be quite nice to link them both in a team. They just sort of need a centre mid now. Obviously, looking at their centre mids though, there doesn't seem to be anyone too of note really. I mean, obviously, like a couple of years ago, we used to have Alan, who obviously used to play for Napoli, but nowadays they don't really seem to have a decent centre mid, obviously, that's getting special cards either. So it's very hard to link, unless you obviously went for like an Italian one of a centre mid. Maybe you link him into like a variety that you might have, obviously like SBC, and then obviously you should still be all right with Osimhen up front. If you put him in like a 4-3-2-1, that would help, because obviously he only needs one strong link, and then he's got full chem. So we do go 3-0 up in this game, and as you can see, he's still not quitting in the 38th minute, and we move on into the second half. Hopefully we can get another goal which will make him quit. He is actually going to get a red card, so that obviously helped matters, but again, he's still not quitting. He wants to find that goal, and eventually he will find that goal. It's a good save, to be fair, by the goalkeeper, but cannot be stopped there. As you can see, with that effort, it was a very good finish. Then we get the ball here with, I believe it's Verde or something, I don't actually know. It's our centre mid, 75 rated, who's actually quite decent, to be fair, and we got ourselves another win. As you can see from a rage quit, it took him 66 minutes and it took us 5 goals scored in the game, but that's fine. Every rage quit is better than no rage quit. And now we're going to move on into the next game. So as you can see, he's got himself an 88 rated Nkunku and an 86 rated Varane. I don't really know how he's managed that, but he has obviously got very low rates around them. So as you can see, we're going to push through. Lozano's got the ball. He did a fake shot cancel there to cut inside, and he's going to score. This man is trying to edge away back into the subs bench. We've left him out quite a while now, but obviously he seems to be quite decent still. Obviously just not really got the skills or anything like that, but he's still quite a decent player, obviously, for these objectives. He's got the pace. That's sort of what you really need in these objectives, because the centre-backs are usually quite slow, because everyone just chucks any old centre-back in there. They don't really care about having the rapid players, obviously, especially for the Serie A centre-backs who are literally 3-4k upwards, even if they had like 75 pace. I bought Fazio for about 2k or something, and then I bought Crescito. He was like 3.8 thousand coins, which is ridiculous, but obviously you've got to do what you got to do to complete an objective, and obviously the better players that you go and get, you're more likely to get the wins quicker, which obviously means that it's going to take less time, which is obviously the main sort of objective. So you can see we are 4-1 up in this game, and it's another player that isn't going to quit, because he has got his goal already, so he's not going to quit after he scored. And he does score another goal there. This time it's from Nkunku, who obviously now has his 57th special card of the year already. So it's quite ridiculous. He's got so many performance-based special cards as well. They're not even like EA given, and you know, as you can see, he's turned into an absolute beast. He could genuinely be ridiculous at team of the season time. If he's getting, you know, maybe a special card at 90, 91 rated, what's his team of the season going to be? Because that is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I can't wait to see, obviously, what that will be. Obviously, having players like Mbappe in my team as well makes it quite easy to link. So, obviously, we are a fair way off that, and we probably will improve on killing Mbappe throughout the year. But, you know, it's just going to be interesting to see where that card goes. So we are 5-2 up in this game. As you can see, we're going to make it 6-2 as well as we get a penalty. Well, you never know. We could miss it. But, you know, I have full faith in Crescito that's about to step up to take it. As you can see, he's my penalty taker, and he puts it into the bottom left. Keeper probably should have saved it, to be fair, though. But we're going to end up winning the game 6-2 eventually. Oh, do we? No, we don't win the game 6-2, because as you can see, he's going to push through. He's Meg's man, the defender, gets through with Balde, and he's going to score. And I believe he sues me again. He did that. No, he didn't actually do it that time, but he sued me obviously earlier in the game. But anyway, the game ends up being 6-3 to me, which is quite nice, getting quite a lot of goals there. Not like it really matters. I've already done all the objectives for everything else. We just need to get the games played now, and I believe this could be the last, maybe penultimate game. As you can see, again, it's quite nice players. Tamori's in there at centre back with Ben Godfrey, so it's quite a pacey centre back duo, which is obviously going to make it a little bit harder for me to get past. So we pick up the ball when we've Conte into Verre, into the man that is OSIMHENS. What can he do? He's going to look for a couple of passes. We find Lautaro Martinez, who's found it over to Sanson, back to Lautaro Martinez. He's turning, he's twisting, and that's a very, very worked goal. A very, very well worked goal, should I say, to put us 1-0 up there. And we're going to try and make it 2-0 inside 8 minutes. Osimhen getting very lucky there. What's he going to do? He's going to round the goalkeeper a little bit. He did fake him a bit. Then it comes off the crossbar, and we finally score eventually after it rebounds back to me. Then he does pause the game. As you can see, he stopped playing as well, so I thought maybe I'm getting a quit here. That'd be fantastic. I do swear it across to Osimhen just to make sure I get the goal, to maybe make sure that he's going to quit, but he didn't quit. And then we push through again. This time it's Osimhen, 16 minutes on the clock. He's got a 2v1 situation. We just chip the goalkeeper to make it 4-0, and as you can see, I think this time he does quit. It was a little bit of a weird one that you don't quit at 3-0 but you quit at 4-0. But as you can see there, we do get the result, and we get, of course, the rage quit, which is going to help us in the time sort of scale of things. So now we have finally completed Victor Osimhen, and I can't wait to use him in obviously the weekend league. We don't obviously, well, we've already played the champs playoffs, so obviously that can't be a thing. But obviously we'll use him in the weekend league as a super sub. Probably we can't really fit him in the team. We don't have the player name of Koulibaly anymore, so obviously that's a bit of an issue. If we did, you know, we could probably slot a centre back in there, get him on full cam, take Mbappe, maybe potentially out the team, or if not, obviously as the cam, putting like the boy Kante up front or something to get Kem in. But you know, we'll just obviously have to see what we do with this man in the weekend league. So obviously, yeah, like I said, he will be coming on as a sub. He's a bit of a big player for a sub, obviously being like what, 6'1". It's not the greatest, but obviously with the 98 sprint speed, it shouldn't be too bad. He has got the chip shot trait as well, which is quite nice. Obviously chips being quite OP on this game, you know, that's obviously handy to have someone that's going to be a little bit better at chips than most people. And as you can see as well, we do get a mega pack for our troubles. It's going to be an 82 plus player guarantee. Who we're going to be packing? Hopefully we can get one of the new promo cards. It's not though, it's going to be a board. It's going to be a German centre back. It's actually going to be Ginter as 84 rated. Not the worst player that you could get really, but it's of course also not the best. We also get another 84 in there in Martinez. We've also packed him recently from our red 86 plus pack, so you know, whatever. I mean, the rest of the pack's pretty terrible as well. We do get an anchor and a shadow, which obviously will come in handy at some point, but obviously the rest of the pack is pretty dire, so we're going to just discard that. And that's going to pretty much wrap up the end of the episode. So as you can see, we've put Osimhen on the bench for this weekend, and we'll just sort of have to see where that takes us. So yeah, I will now catch you in the next video tomorrow. Peace.